Venezuela has been liberated. True freedom and democracy has been brought to Venezuela for the first time since God knows when. Now, I know I said it was coming, but I didn't think it was actually coming this quick. This is truly how you do a 3-hour special military operation. Putin needs to take notes. If I had to guess, this was orchestrated by the US president himself, obviously at the highest levels. And by orchestrated, I mean he told the generals, well, they probably gave him an option to do this. Pete Hegseth wanted to do this. Everybody wanted to do this, especially since the Epstein files were just released. Now, again, I hate to say I told you so. I'm not a mind reader. I'm not a predictor. But was I right or was I right? I didn't think it would go down like this. I'm not going to lie. I didn't expect it to be a massive smash and grab. I didn't expect him to be captured in like 3 hours. That was kind of nuts and impressive. I expected there to be like some sort of resistance. There was no resistance. I think the reality is that nobody in Venezuela actually liked their dictator, which it's really hard to tell because the CIA has been wrong about this so many times, you know, with Cuba and with other regions across the globe where they expect the people to rise. I think Venezuela was an outlier, though. They were right on Venezuela, I guess, to where the people actually did hate Nicolas Maduro or whatever this dude's name was. So they rose up against him. So if you don't know, Nicolas Maduro is the Venezuelan prime minister. Well, he's a dictator. He's been in power since 2013. He's been ruling Venezuela with an iron fist. He's not a great guy. He hasn't allowed free elections. He's been rigging the elections, persecuting and imprisoning political opponents. Sounds a lot like Russia. Sounds a lot like someone I think we've heard of before. Now, this was done by Delta Force, as it sounds. Unconfirmed reports, I mean, most likely it was done by them. I don't know who else it could have been done by. The capturing of Nicolas Maduro. And yeah, he's on board the USS Iwo Jima right now, on his way to God knows where, to face who knows what, probably some sort of trial or prosecution. It's going to be interesting to see. I don't know if you guys are caught up on Venezuelan politics, but there was a lady who allegedly won the election way back in 2020 or 2018, not really sure, but somewhere around there. She ended up being exiled because the election was legitimately rigged. Well, supposedly, and it was strongly suggested it was. I believe it was, especially now. And she ended up fleeing to Europe. I think she's in the UK or Poland or something like that. It'll be interesting to see if she returns. I would think she probably would after this because there's no one to kill her or oppose her or imprison her. So why is Trump doing this? It's important to note that Venezuela has a massive oil reserve, one of the largest in the world. And to get a Venezuelan dictator out, courtesy of the United States of America and the president himself, Donald J. Trump, I would say that is definitely a beneficial or lucrative deal to make in the future with, who knows, it could be a private party. It could be for the United States most likely. I can only imagine the next president that gets elected, the next prime minister, or whoever of Venezuela, will definitely be sympathetic towards the United States government. And not only that, they will probably give access to massive amounts of resources for the United States to take a hold of. The other thing is Maduro was already doing that, so I'm not really sure why. I think he wanted to do it anyways, almost like as a power projection. He wanted Maduro. There was no escape for Maduro. Maduro was willing to forfeit his entire country because he knew that the United States could just obliterate them. So what is the excuse? What's Trump's excuse? Why are we there? The official Trump narrative at this moment is that Maduro was given every opportunity to do something. I don't know what. They say he was given every opportunity to be a peaceful guy, I guess, not be a dictator. I honestly don't really know what his opportunities that he was given because he gave every opportunity to the United States. It's important to know that this was coming no matter what. It doesn't matter what Maduro did. This was always coming. People will talk about he had the opportunity to do this, do that, surrender. He did surrender. He offered the United States everything and he still got arrested. That was just the inevitability. So yeah, I mean, no doubt about it, the next elected president of Venezuela will indeed be sympathetic to the United States based on what just happened to the last one, where he just got scooped up and he's gone. Literally. Deported to the United States, some are saying. Anyways, I still think overall it's a net positive. This is what the American empire used to look like. Doing good things while also benefiting, I guess. This is what happens when everything goes right, okay? The bad guy's gone, but still we have so many problems at home. This is just a massive distraction. But also at the same time, I thought Trump wanted a prolonged war. So this is kind of interesting to see where it's going to go from here. Venezuela is now free. The sentiment in the streets is that everybody wanted this guy to go. What does this mean for the Epstein files? And specifically, what does this mean for the child population? Both nothing, really. I think people are still going to talk about the Epstein files. I think this will be a nice distraction. The Epstein files is something that is immortal. It will never end. It will never cease to be talked about, it seems, which I'm okay with. It is terrible. This will probably be talked about for a good couple of weeks at most, and then we will all go back to our normal daily lives and await President President Trump's next response to some other random South American country and or European country. What will happen next? Who knows? I mean, all in all, a great day for Venezuela, I would say. We'll see how this turns out.